The founder of the chapel, his name was Father Subert Mullinger. Father was a very wealthy Belgian priest physician. Well, Father had an unusual hobby in which he liked to acquire the relics of the saints. He actually saved many of the relics from being destroyed. He was born on April the 19th in 1828. My name is Carol Bruckner, and we are here at St. Anthony's Chapel, located on Troy Hill in the city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. When Father had passed away, he had spent his entire fortune and his inheritance on the building and housing of everything here. St. Anthony's Chapel is quite unique in what it contains here within the chapel, that being a little over 5,000 relics of the saints. St. Anthony's Chapel is the largest repository of relics next to the Vatican. The Golden Reliquary contains 700 relics, and in the very center where you see the cross, within the cross there are relics of our Lord. There is a piece from his manger, the clothes that he wore as an infant, a splinter from the column of flagellation where he was scourged and beaten. This is the certificate of authenticity to accompany this particular reliquary. It lists all 700 saints' names that are encased in this particular reliquary.
Wow.
Wow.
This is the next best thing to being in Rome with all the churches, so it's really nice.
This is an amazing place, piece of Mary's veil, I'm so glad that we chose to do this today.
Here we have the entire body of Saint Demetrius. And as you can see, they dismembered his body, took each of his bones, placed it in a piece of white silk, wrapped jewels around it, and then they placed him in the sarcophagus. Most of the relics are first class, being part of the body, and most of it is bone. Here we have the statue of St. Anthony. We do have the only particle from the skull of St. Anthony that is not housed in Padua, and that is the tooth of St. Anthony. And it's actually the 23rd cuspid, which is like a molar. If you are looking for a particular saint, we have a book here that's called Saints and Blessed. And when you come and look in the book, and if you go across, you will find a letter of the alphabet. And that letter of the alphabet tells you what case the relic of that particular saint is housed in. And each case here within the chapel is done by alphabetical order. For example, it starts with case A, B, C, D, E, going all the way around, and the very last case is Z. Then we come to ZA and ZB.
Amazed. They have relics from Jesus and Mary and Joseph and everybody.
The stations were made by the Royal Ecclesiastical Art Establishment of Meyer and Company, Munich in Germany. And the hand-carved stations of the cross, or the Way of the Cross. They are very unique. There is only 2 sets of the stations ever made within the entire world, and they are carved of wood. All the different figures also within each station, there are several different ethnicities in there, meaning that it is for the entire world and not one particular sect. Directly across from the chapel is our chapel shop, the first floor that contains many religious articles that are available for sale. The second floor houses the museum of Father Subert Mullinger, and it's quite unique that you get to see some of the things that belong to Father himself. Thank you so very much in coming, and have a very blessed day. Thank you.
Thank you. You did a good job.
Thank you. That's St. Anthony, not me. I think his legacy would be just St. Anthony's Chapel and leaving it to everyone. It doesn't belong to a particular person. It is for everyone to be able to come and see.